Hey, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
K Crochet.
second take 2 since the first one got messed up. So, I've been working on a couple of things. You all know mainly I'm working on hats and C2C blankets. It is what it is. I appreciate those of you that come back every time who just drop in like we're old friends to sit around and talk so we can say, hey, this is what I did this week. I really appreciate that because those of you who don't expect me to be, jumping through hoops and being circus ponies and doing new things every day and every week, y'all know that's not going to happen here. Like, throughout the year, we do a multitude of different things, but right now, we are hat driven because we are on that goal and trying to get to that goal within 2 weeks on the 24th of November. We're getting there. We're super close, and hopefully we'll get there in time. But the thing is, that's what we're doing right now because that's what our need is right now. And I'm working on C2C blankets because as much as I tell you all I prepared and that I've worked on these blankets all year, and I have, I'm still not ready for Christmas. So they're not done. It's November 9th today.
9th is today.
Yeah.
I haven't even started on the Christmas gifts that I'm making, and I need to do that now.
I have other Christmas gifts I need to make, at least one. At least one I need to make. I'm not sure what it's going to be. It might be a bandana cow. It'll be something small that will go with something else I buy. I have no idea. Yeah, we'll talk about blankets another day. It is what it is. So, in the meantime, I did have somebody ask for some donations for a basket they were raffling off. So, I made up a couple of these and sent them to them. But these are the other ones while I was at it I thought I would make. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It was clearance, so I don't know what it was as far as the... I don't have the ball band anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, I know it's not cotton, and you're supposed to use cotton if you're going to use them, but these are for decor, nothing else. And my pretty little star buttons. And it says, welcome to the North Pole. This one might actually just be mine. I love it.
It's cute.
And then there's this one. It says, gnome for the holidays. I love that. These are just, I'm not sure about the Santa Claus one, but most of these are Dollar Tree towels, but these would have been from last year or maybe even year before. I don't know. So this says bed and breakfast, North Pole bed and breakfast, hot cocoa served here. I thought it said let cocoa warm your heart. That would have been cuter. And this one, these are the ones I thought I sent, maybe not. And this one says the same thing. I don't know what I sent. I don't know. Anyway, I sent 2 to be included in a basket that they were raffling off at some local place. And along with it, I made a hat, which is very similar to the hat that Kristen's going to show you. But the hat that Kristen's going to show you is my hat because I asked Kristen to make me a hat. I very rarely wear a hat, but sometimes in the winter it gets cold enough, and I don't go out a lot when it's cold because of my arthritis. But if I actually have to go out, I like to have a hat to wear if I have to go out and it's super cold. So I picked out, this is not, I can't remember the brand of this name. This is not, it's not anything, it's not Red Heart or I Love This Yarn. I want to say it's Soho.
Something like that.
Something like that. This, I think, was given to me. And if I'm not mistaken, I think maybe Nikki sent it to me. So I asked Kristen if she would make me a hat because I love sparkle and I love red. And I love this, this kind of shade of red is pretty. So she made me a hat that I could wear, especially as we get into the winter time. And it kind of just boosts my spirits a little bit if I have to go out in the dreary. So there's that. So that one's mine. It doesn't count towards our hat total.
Nope.
And then let's see, I worked on a couple that were crocheted. There's one. Kiddo hat. And there's the other. And the reason I have a kiddo hat, because you all know I mainly make adult hats because I say that they fit kids up to, from age 5 all the way up to adult, is because I had extra yarn and trying to use up a roll of yarn because this was donated yarn. And so I want to tell you guys about something too. Let me see. I can't. Okay. So can you see, if I go real close, you can kind of see the seam.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Barely.
Okay, so I was fooling around one day, and I decided, a lot of times you see a gap right there in their hats, at least I do, when I get to the last stitch, between the last stitch and the first stitch where you've joined it together, and there's just a natural gap there. So what I did was, if I had a double crochet in that last stitch, I stuck my hook in the stitch, pulled up a loop, and yarned over and went through 2. But then at the last place you go to, when you get to where the hat joins and you're getting ready to go back, and you look at that first stitch on the first part of your round before that, at the bottom there's a little gap there, and so I went into that hole, pulled up a loop, yarned over, went through 2, yarned over, went through 3. So it's basically like a double crochet decrease using your last stitch and the bottom of the first stitch right at the base of it. And it pulls your hat together, and then you yarn, you slip stitch into the first stitch. It pulls your hat together a little bit, and I don't think it really shows on this one. It shows a little bit worse, but I think that's better than the gap that shows, and it's not a complete San Andreas fault. If you're looking like that, it's kind of hard to tell where it's at, and I have a hard time finding it. So that's what I've been doing with my hats, and if you need me to, I can kind of demonstrate that one day. But I just think that and I'm not saying it's never been done, I just never seen it done, and I just thought that was a neat way to close that up. So, and then Kristen made some hats on the Centro.
Don't make that noise.
Not because your hat's just the Centro is not my friend. It doesn't like me. I tried again. This is the 3rd time I tried. No thank you.
There's one.
No thank you. Not for me.
And I'm not showing the same hat again. I made 2 of this same color.
And they are so much brighter than I don't know what our color deal is today.
And then I had a mandala.
Yeah, I gave her that out of my stash. I think somebody had donated it, that their child had started crochet and decided they didn't want to anymore. And she's like, here, you can have this. And I thought, okay. And then I just never used it. I usually use mandala for baby blankets. There was one roll and it wasn't enough. It was like part of a roll. And Kristen came back with that. And I said, where'd you get that yarn? And she said, it was a mandala you gave me. They work up so much different in knitted hats like that. They're so pretty. Yep. They're pretty regardless, but I just think it's amazing how they work up. Okay, is that all the hats?
And that's all the hats.
Okay. Then we had a happy mail. We had another happy mail that came. This happens occasionally. And my husband was like, did you order those? I'm like, no, I didn't order those. He doesn't care, y'all. He really doesn't care. But he thought that I had ordered and got something in the mail. And I'm like, nope, I did not order. So I don't know who they came from. So if it was you, thank you. If you want everybody to know it was you, or you want us to know it was you, you can let us know down below or in an email. If you don't want us to know who it was, it's okay. I think I probably know who it is, but it's okay if you don't want anybody to know. And so it's pom-poms for the hats. And these are the ones that have the little rubber, the elastic. Thank you. Inside. The elastic band attached to them so that you can put them on the top of the hat. And so you sew the button on the inside, you pull the loop through and latch it around the button, and then you have a pom-pom on your hat. So thank you for those, and we'll be putting those to use. And then here, I'll just show these like this. These are from Nikki. Nikki, thank you so much for your dedication and time. These are for the Christmas blessing bags, and if you haven't sent these are Christmas cards that she wrote and that she got and signed inside for the blessing bags for the nursing home. By the time you see this, if you haven't sent these, it's too late, because our deadline is November 15th, and that's when we will be sorting and placing all the gifts in the bags and putting these cards in there and getting those prepared to send to the nursing home. You can always get started for next year, though, and start writing now so your hands aren't cramped. So thank you, Nikki. We appreciate that so much. We appreciate your dedication to that ministry, and thank you so much for all you do. We appreciate all of you. What's wrong with me? We appreciate all of you. No, those are local. So I just want to say thank you for taking time. I think sometimes we forget. We say thank you, but I just don't feel like it comes across enough as it's supposed to. So if you've stayed this long, thank you for your comments, for your emails, for your support, for your cheerleading, for sending hats, for sending whatever, for sending Christmas cards, I can't say it because I'll get in trouble, but thank you for being a friend. We appreciate that you traveled this journey with us. And I appreciate the fact that you are here time after time after time. Especially in the last few months, it seems like we have made so many wonderful relationships with people. And I just super enjoy those of you who get our humor and who joke back with us. I enjoy all of you, but I enjoy it when that happens, and when we have a conversation about things that continue, that it's not just today, it's every day that we're commenting back and forth, and we know each other. That's what I guess I'm saying, that we know each other, we understand each other, and I really appreciate that. I know Kristen does too.
Yes.
I appreciate that you check on us, you check on our family, you ask about hot rods, you ask about everybody and what's going on. I really appreciate everything that you do. And I did remember, now that we're playing catch up, that I forgot to show you one thing. And I'll show this and we'll sign off. So this is the one hat that I made that I don't have. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, the turkey.
Hey, the wobble, wobble, gobble, gobble. So this is a wobble, wobble, gobble, gobble. So this was a request. The grandbaby needed a photo prop for photos for Thanksgiving. And so they sent me a couple of pictures and wanted to know if I could make a hat. And I said, well, yeah. And I said, which one? And they said, well, it really doesn't matter. So I really love when people ask you to make something and they have a jumping off point, but they don't, it's not that they want that. I used to get fixated on, they want that specific color, that specific stitch, that specific size, that specific everything. And I really hated that because
you had no creative freedom.
Yeah, and I'm not a one trick pony. I want to do it my way. You know, I want to twist and turn and make it, and I want to make it enjoyable for me to make. And if I have to make exactly what somebody else has made in something like that, then it's just not for me. Not for me. Sorry, just not. And I used to make these frequently. I made character hats a lot. I made owls. I made turkeys. I made one year I think I made a minion. I made snowmen. I made maybe the Grinch. I made tons. Oh my goodness, the one I had to make that I hated more than anything, and I still hate it to this day, was, what's that creepy character from Ice Age?
Sid the Sloth?
Yep, that's the one. That's the one. I say creepy. He's not really creepy. Crazy.
He's odd.
Crazy. He's odd. So I had to make Sid the Sloth. Is it not Sloth? What is he? Is he a sloth? I don't know what he is.
The one with the fingers?
Yeah, I didn't think he was a sloth because he moves real quick.
Let me look him up. Hold on.
I think he's like a weasel, or I don't know. Anyway, that character with the big long, yeah, no. I was, but there was this little boy and he absolutely loved that character, and I had a friend who he was in her class at school.
That one?
Yeah.
He's a sloth.
He doesn't move like a sloth. But she wanted to give him this. He had done something at school that was wonderful, and she wanted to kind of reward him or make him, just let him know, that she appreciated the kid that he was. And he wanted this hat so bad. And she's like, yeah, can you make this? It was horrible. I don't even know if I have a picture. If I do, I'll try to put it up on the community tab. But I've noticed this year I've gotten really bad about saving my pictures of things unless it's big items. Like all the hats we've made, I have not saved all of them. And I always did. But I have not done it this year. And next year I'll try to do better. So anyway, yep, that's the baby's hat, and it fit good. I made the cap first and had them try it on, and it was too big, and so I redid part of it. And because babies hats for me, it's one of the reasons I don't make kids hats, because every kid's head is different, and I do not care if they say on a chart 0 to 3 where's this size. No, they don't. No, they don't. Like, it might in general fit, but when I tried to do that for our baby girl, it didn't work. No matter which chart I used, it did not work for her, because even using the size dimension for the crown and the length, it didn't work for her. Probably because she was a preemie. But I'm just saying, it didn't work for her. So 0 to 3 months was a no. And so I just had to tweak it till it would fit her. Like if it would fit the crown, the length was wrong. If it fit the length, the crown was wrong. So I reworked it. And I'm sure, I don't even know if I saved everything to know what I did. And it doesn't matter, because I still can, use her as my model. And quite frankly, it'll change. In the next 2 weeks, her head will grow and be different. So, yep, that's where we are. That's 2 hats that we've made. I think we showed the other one. Kristen showed it. Well, I used it as a, what do you call it?
Guide.
Thumbnail. Here's the one that Kristen made. I'm not sure we ever showed it, but I'll show it again.
But...
That's the back side of her Cabbage Patch doll wig, and she used that to wear in a pageant. So, yep, that's where we stand. And those 2 hats don't count towards our total either. We only count hats that are given to other people, in the community and that kind of thing. So, anyway, We do count blankets and shawls and headbands and all those things, loveys, all those things that were donated to. And so that's another thing we'll just say right here as we start to prepare for next year for Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. We'd like for you all to be thinking about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach and think about a goal that you would pledge to yourself. You don't have to pledge it to us, that you would like to make for next year for Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. We will again continue with a new map and start again with all over on the states and start again trying to reach that number, whatever that number might be for next year. And we will also be thinking about things that might be changing. I can tell you right now there's not going to be any major changes. What we do works. It works very well for us and for the community. However, there might be just some little tweaks or things that we decide. If anything, it would be an addition. It would not be a deletion, I don't think. It would be that we were looking for, thinking along the kids, things that we could hand out that are with the hats. And this year we're going to be doing that. But it'll be things that we purchase. And so I'm trying to think along the lines of making things to hand out for the kids. So we'll see. Small things. So we'll see. You got something. Oh, yep.
Shows.
Yep. Can you show? It's kind of blurry. Can you?
I don't know.
And just show it. It's fine.
It's blurry, but these are the cards that I ordered.
Get my hair hang it down.
For the nursing home bags. The cards
Yes.
from us.
Yeah. So all the nursing home bags get a
It's really hard to see.
they get a Christmas card from us, and that says Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, and it has the verse from Luke. Is it Luke 6:31?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's blurry.
And-
That was a screenshot from Staples.
And then it has the Christmas
Bumblebee with the
Bumblebee.
lights around it.
yeah. So Luke 6:31. Hold on. It wants to give me a version that I'm not familiar with, and I like to do the one I'm familiar with so that it sounds like what I knew when I was little. So Luke 6:31 says, "And as you would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise." Let me say it again. "And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise." And I guess the version of that we hear today is "do unto others as you would have them do unto you." So do to others what you would want. Treat others how you want to be treated. And that's part of
Golden rule.
yeah, and it's part of our ministry is to treat others how we want to be treated and how we think everybody should be treated. So this is kind of a longer video, but we just kind of wanted to get that across and about what's going on, what we've been working on, and maybe give you guys some insight into thinking about next year's goal and what it should be and what we should do differently. Yeah, and so I do think there are a couple of things that we're going to do differently, but it's going to be on our end and not yours, and that's kind of how we always try to make it. Just because what you guys do is fine, what we're doing is fine-tuning everything so it works better on our end, and, so that we are on track and doing what needs to be done here. So, and that's all we have for today. You got anything?
Nope, that was it.
Don't forget to be kind because
You don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye-bye.
Bye.